we at today?
We're up here at Kerr Lake, Hibernia boat ramp. We're gonna put in and see what happens.
What we gonna throw? What you think they gonna bite?
I'm hoping they biting a jig and a jerk bait, but that's just me.
That's just you? Okay. And we got some really green water down there, y'all can see. It's pretty clear. We're hoping to get on some spawning action. You know, a little bit of that January.
70 degrees in January.
A little bit of that January spawning action.
Yep.
But yeah, anyways, guys, we fixing to get on the water, and we run a little behind. Man, that sun probably was just blinding y'all, but we run a little bit behind. It's 8 o'clock. We should have been on the water earlier. It's quite a bit of fog on the water anyways. I thought it was supposed to be cloudy all day, but it's looking like it's not gonna get cloudy until later on in the day. It's supposed to start raining somewhere around 3 o'clock, I think. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop this thing in the water and get fishing. I'll see you guys out there.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. See what they are.
It looked big. I saw him flash when he come up and ate it.
Probably is big. I feel like you.
It was like a bass. It ain't dogging like a striper.
Let him come off. Let's see how big this
Striper.
Wow, it is big striper out here.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it ain't dogging like a striper.
He won't until he's seen this boat.
Oh, horse too. Get your big ass in this net.
Jesus, son. Look at that puppy.
Wow. That's a fucking giant, dude. That's what's out there. There's nothing but giant stripers swimming around on the live poke.
On the live poke, son.
Came here to fish this rocky bank, but of course, as soon as I dropped trolling motor in the water, there's freaking fish galore swimming out here schooling. Nutbush. Look at that.
Get you some, baby. God.
Yeah, that's a big one. What'd you catch him on?
What is that, a pointer 78?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll show it to you. I caught me something on a jerkbait today.
Man, I was not expecting a striper to be out here.
I wasn't either. See? That's what I caught him on. It's an old jerkbait, but all reliable. Needing it.
It is a nice bass, but I hooked him on the head. Keeper though.
Yeah.
Hooked him on the back.
Snagged him.
Old Kerr Lake largie. Snagged him though. Definitely didn't need the net on him, but he felt a lot bigger the way I hooked him.
in here, pig.
Okay.
Yaga. That was a clusterfuck.
I didn't even know you had a fish on.
I didn't either. Come here. First bass of 2024.
Is it really?
Yeah. And that's a good one. On the old jig. That one there is a Biz Baits. They call it their bread and butter. Got a bigger hook in it with the baby cutter crawl for a trailer. 3-pounder. Solid, cold. He was in the dirt, shallow. Thank you, darling. I picked up and I thought you was moving the boat, but it was swimming off, so I reeled it in my line, and she was under the boat. You go, still there, whoever you go by today. Roll Martin. Hear that rolling?
Jesus Christ.
What's up?
What the hell? That thing was just hauling ass.
That's what they both did.
We got some shit on him.
And blah, 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 they want the jig in the mud. That one was up in about a foot of water, along with that other one. They're just in this really muddy pocket. Get on that jig, son.
What the hell, son? That's crazy. Well, guys.
That's a spotted bass.
No, God, that's a big spotted bass. Boy, you shot at the camera. That's a damn hog. Holy shit.
That big old pale spotted bass.
That spotted bass was in freaking a foot of water.
This much water.
We're fishing in January. Water temp's 47.
Same jig.
So we came to this creek. Honestly, I just came here for the shits and giggles of it. We were fishing clear water.
That's the biggest spotted bass I ever caught.
That's a big one. That's probably close to 3 pounds.
That's bigger than the one I caught at Chick with you.
You want to weigh them?
Yeah, I want to know.
But anyway, this lake ain't even supposed to have spotted bass in it, but it does. And that's one of the biggest ones I've seen come up out of here. But Clay caught those 2 on a jig, and I was like, you know what? Let's just keep running this shallow, rocky kind of shit, and let's just see if we can just keep throwing jigs up on the bank and catching them. And it's working. So we're just gonna keep trying to do that. You know, water visibility is like an inch or 2, so you can catch them in the mud, that's for sure. I guess we might just stick around and stay in this muddy water. So man, 3-pound spotted bass.
302.
Man, that is crazy.
£3, 2 ounces.
Wow. That's crazy. What's wrong with the picture? You said that was the biggest spotted bass you ever caught.
We'll get it off the GoPro.
Well, I just looked at the GoPro and for some reason I guess I didn't adjust the shutter. So a lot of the footage is gonna look like ass. But we did catch some fish anyway, so just got to look past that, I guess. We out here in the back of a creek now, trying to do the same thing we was just doing earlier, flipping up on some rock and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get right back to it. Hooked him in the
Spotted
tail.
bass.
That's weird. I've never seen that before. Clay somehow managed to set the hook on a bass in the tail.
Yaggy, yaggy, yaggy. He bit it. Not a spotted bass.
Well guys, for some reason I ran out of space on my GoPro, but just managed to catch that tank right there, fishing a freaking boat ramp in a foot of water. So they still seem to be on that kind of deal. Yep. That's a big fish for Kerr Lake. That is a big fish.
Down the goozle.
How much you weigh? Clay, what'd you say about a 4-pounder? 551. Let's go, dude.
I said 4-pounder just to irritate you.
All right, Owen.
Hold him up.
It's a 551.
That's a nice one, bud.
Look at that tail.
They up there
Like
fanning beds in January.
They up there in the freaking shallow water like it's March.
That's where he caught that fish at right there.
The first one, no, I think it was just one small fish and then this big one. Swim away. Well guys, Clay's up there getting the boat, so I just pitched this jig up here at the the boat ramp. Nice one. That's ridiculous. All right guys, we just got off the water, ready to go. Right there at the last second before Clay loaded back the trailer into the water, I caught one right at the boat ramp we launched from. We kind of stumbled upon this. Clay just whacked 2 nice fish in Eastland Creek in the muddy water, and after that we just kind of kept doing the jig thing, and it was slow for a little bit, and then we finally picked it back up and caught some nice ones. My GoPro was out of memory, but I ended up catching a 5.5 off of another boat ramp in some shallow water. Fish had a bloody tail on it too, and I got that on the phone. But for the most part, we caught a lot of fish today, and they just wasn't on a moving bait bite. They only would really eat the jig. So, but yeah, this is probably the best day I've ever had on Kerr Lake, and
I'd say the same thing too.
Yeah, this was a tough lake. I think anybody that's fished this lake knows it can be a tough lake.
We did have a cool little 3-pound spotted bass today.
Yep.
Spotted bass have started kind of not really taking over, but taking over in other words, over the last few years. So I mean, if they get big and stay big, I'm for it.
He said I'm for it. Yeah, that was a big spotted bass too. That's the biggest one I've seen come up out of this lake, and put in my boat anyways. I know there's been bigger caught, but we probably had like 14, 15 pounds today with the big one that I caught. If we didn't catch that one,
probably about 10.
It was probably about 10 pounds, but we're just out here fun fishing anyway. But it's getting cold and it's getting dark, so we're gonna head on to the house, guys. We'll see you in the next one.